Hey guys, so I'm uploading after a very long time, but I'm currently doing IBDP, so it's been hard to find time. Anyway, this video is gonna be a bit different from the rest of my videos, which focus more on the comedy aspect. This is going to be a little more personal and probably a little more serious. The purpose of this video is to basically address the issue of body image, and a lot of us go through at least once in our lifetimes we go through body image issues. A lot of us think at some point of time that, oh my gosh, I want those cheekbones, oh my gosh, I want that jawline, oh my gosh, I want to look like Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, I want to address this video to girls and guys, because we need to understand that it's not just the girls, it's the guys as well who undergo these issues. And I just want to talk about it because I want to be able to relate to the people out there, because I myself have been a victim of this. Okay, so let's get straight to the topic, and I'm gonna tell you my story. So I was 13. I started to feel insecure. I was not comfortable in my own skin. I was addicted to social media back then, and I would just feel bad about myself while just scrolling through the screen, and it was not a very good experience. I was constantly gaining weight. I don't know why. I was 5 feet and 47 kgs, guys. I was constantly gaining weight, and a lot of people actually in school started calling me fat. I would just ignore them. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to respond to that. I would just ignore it. And of course, I did show that I didn't care, but deep within, I did give a okay, I did care. And I came back home and shed those tears that I was holding back. Okay, now you would ask me, why didn't I tell my parents about this? Now I don't know, I was just a stupid, silly 13-year-old. Of course, today I do share everything with my parents. I tell them everything, but back then I was just uncomfortable, kind of disturbed person who just wanted to keep everything to herself. And yeah, so this started to grow. Actually, my insecurity started to grow. I was falling back in my grades. I was a pretty bright student in 7th grade. When I was new to the school. So I was a pretty bright student back then, and I had received a lot of awards for my academics, for my excellence in academics. And in 8th grade, I just fell back, and I was shocked. I didn't know why. Then we had our summer in 8th grade. I thought maybe I could do something about my weight. In 9th grade, yes, before 9th grade started, I did lose weight. But yes, not in a healthy way. I stopped eating. I would eat just twice a day. I would make a conscious effort to not touch any food between these 2 meals. I would just eat in the morning, once in the evening. My mom asked me, have you had your food? I would say, yes, I've had my meal already. Or sometimes if she knew that I hadn't had my food, I would cleverly make this excuse of a stomach ache or anything possible, but I would get away with it. So yeah, I would do that, and it started to grow. Now today, with hindsight, when I think about it, I know that I was heading towards an eating disorder. Back then, I did not know something like that existed. I was not educated on eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia, anything of that sort. But today, with hindsight, when I think of it, yes, I was heading towards it. And bulimia, now, I never, people who have bulimia, diagnosed with bulimia, they tend to vomit after consuming food. So I never did that, but I did have thoughts about it. I started thinking that, why don't I puke this out? Maybe it won't affect me. Maybe I won't get fat. I did have those thoughts, and actually it did scare me. It scared me as a person. I started to think what I have become, what has become of me. So I would just eat very less. Even in school, I would eat less, and people started pointing out like, what are you eating, bro? You need to eat something. Why aren't you eating? And yes, I wouldn't eat. And a lot of my teachers actually from the last year, they saw me and they were just like, what has happened to you? You've lost a lot of weight. A lot of people told me you lost a lot of weight, and the way they said it was like, it's a good thing. So I felt even better and even motivated. So when people started saying you lost a lot of weight and everything, it was with a positive tone. There was nothing negative about it. So that encouraged me to further continue to do this. And I would eat less. Now if you ask me if I thought about working out, I never thought about working out. I never thought about eating healthy. What I would just do was crash diet. That's what I was doing the whole time. And I was 47 kgs and 5 feet when I was 13. And during the summer, I went from 47 to a 39. That was a massive drop in my weight. Once I went to a hospital I had a cold or something. I don't remember exactly, but they had a stand and there were brochures sitting on it. So I picked up a brochure and it said eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia. I had never heard of those terms before. This was new to me. So I was curious about what this is, and I started reading about it. And it struck me that this is what it said. Okay, basically it mentioned the symptoms, and a few of the symptoms were, lack of sleep, skipping meals, thinking about vomiting, out food, and facing major body issues, anxiety, etc., etc. And yes, it struck me that I am going through many of these changes. I was able to relate to it, and that's when I realized that, okay, I'm heading to this direction. I should stop here. Let's take a moment of calm and think what I'm trying to do right now. Where am I going? And I did more research on it. I carried more research about anorexia, bulimia, and watched a lot of documentaries and how people have been through it, and how people have recovered, and how people have lost the battle and died. So I try to educate myself a lot about this topic, and I seeked guidance, not from a person in general, but after educating myself about it, I seeked guidance for myself, from my inner self, from my inner soul, what it was telling me to do. And yes, I started eating healthier after that. I increased my diet to 3 meals per day, then 4 meals, then 5 meals, and today, mashallah, I'm so happy I eat 6 meals a day. And yes, I love myself today. As my friend once told me, I have a friend who always tells me this: embrace yourself, which is really nice. So yes, and this was my story. I wouldn't want to change anything actually, because it taught me something. The one main lesson that it taught me was, no one is going to be there behind you to make you do something. Well, others can just motivate you, others can just tell you to do something, but you are the one who has to get the work done. We can just provide you with sources, raw materials, we can just provide you with flour, sugar, but you are the one who has to bake the cake yourself. To all the young girls and guys out there, and whoever is going through these body image issues, just understand that let nobody tell you anything, let nothing influence you, let people not tell you that you don't look good. Just know that you are beautiful, okay? And if someone comes to you and tells you you're fat, oh my gosh, look at your eyebrows, oh my gosh, look at your thighs, just tell them, girl, I'm beautiful, okay? I don't give two about you, what you think about me. I'm beautiful in my own skin. Just, I think you are the one who's insecure. Move ahead with this mindset, with a positive and optimistic mindset, and I guarantee you that you will overcome through any issues that you have. And please leave a comment down below if you are going through any of these issues. You might want to share it, because sharing makes everything better. It lifts weight off the shoulders, it makes everything better, trust me. And have a good day, guys. Take care of yourselves, be healthy, stay healthy, and have a great life. Ciao.